What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel for an all new video. I've been actually wanting to put this video together forever. I've been talking to this brand for months about putting this together, and it just seemed like everything was just taking forever. One thing after another kept coming up. First it was the heat of summer, then it was that big haircut mistake. If you guys remember that, that was a big deal. That still stings a little bit, if I'm being honest. But I decided that this week it was just time to get it all done. It was just time to do it. Today we're talking about an awesome suit brand out of the UK and how I use their suits to achieve that classic Peaky Blinders inspired look. Alright guys, once again, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We've got a lot to cover, but I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. First off, let me just remind everyone this is a Peaky Blinders inspired look. It's not exact. It's not meant to be totally like the show. I can't do that. As we saw when I tried to duplicate one of the hairstyles from the show, and it turned out disastrous. It turned out horrible. I hated it. Some of you guys liked it, which I appreciated, but I hated it. It just really taught me, though, that sometimes it's better to try and mix the style into your style versus you just, or me, just chasing after style and trying to make it fit me, which a lot of times doesn't work. But speaking of that style, what is the Peaky Blinders style and what is the brand we're talking about today? For those that may not have seen the show, I'm sure all of you, or pretty much all of you, have heard of it or seen the show. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to. It's an awesome show. But what we're talking about is the style from the show that takes place in post-World War I, 1919 Birmingham in the UK. So the suits are sharp, the shirts are nice and crisp, and for once the focus is not on the hairstyle but on the accessories, like this guy right here, the newsboy's cap or pocket watches, things like that, the sharp vest, the sharp suit, the contrasting colors. Now I'm actually going to show you guys two suits today, both from the same brand. One is more in line with the Peaky Blinders style, I think, than this one here, the other, but they're both made of the same thing, which is tweed. Now tweed was actually something that was very new to me before I bought these suits. I'm sure you guys probably know what it is, or most of you have probably heard of it, but I hadn't actually heard of it before I bought the suits. And for those that may not know, tweed is a kind of rough wool type cloth, and it produces a very specific look. And when I Googled tweed suit makers, one of the first brands that popped up was Empire Outlet. I looked over their site and was absolutely amazed at how many styles of tweed suits they offered. There was a ton of different styles, patterns, there were tweed hats, ties. It seemed like the perfect place to get my suit. Now let me just go ahead and say too, this is not a sponsored video. I actually bought this suit and talked with the brand later. I actually bought the suit that I'm going to show you here in a second as well. They actually didn't even approach me to make this video. I actually paid about 216 British pounds, which converts to about $277 US and some change. And then I actually reached out to the brand later so we could set up things like a discount code for you guys, which I'm not being paid for either. When I first bought the suit, I had no idea really if the sizing was going to work out, if it was going to be too small, if it was going to fit at all, really. Because I think for me, buying something like a suit online always comes with that little bit of the fear factor there. But luckily, when it arrived in the mail, it was freaking awesome. This is actually the suit here that I first bought. This is the first one I got, and it fits so well. It was awesome. The only thing that I actually needed to get tailored was the trousers. I needed to have them hemmed because I'm actually kind of short. This is something I have to do with pretty much all my trousers, but it came out perfect, which is why I'm so excited, and that's why I ordered a second one. Yep, after buying this suit here, I decided I was going to buy another. I wanted one that was even closer to the Peaky Blinders look. So I chose the charcoal gray herringbone tweed three-piece suit from the Empire Outlet site. I loved the look, and I could already picture adding in all the extras to complete the look. So now that I had the suit, I also needed the shirt, right? I also needed the shirt to look the part. I looked at a lot of photos and did more research and found that back then, all shirts were actually made without a collar. Like you see here, the collar was detachable and made of celluloid, a kind of waterproof linen, which of course I found online as well. Now this is actually the same shirt I'm gonna show you in a second, but in a different variation with the detachable collar, and I bought it from a brand that I had never heard of, but became very impressed with as well, called TM Lewin. Now I've never talked talked to them either. I've never had any communication with them. I just found them through Google. They're another UK brand, but when I looked them up, I found that they had opened actually in 1898 and were one of the world's innovators in what we know today as men's fashion. The shirt that I picked up from them right here was their tunic shirt, and once again the fit was great. I was extremely happy with the purchase, and it really just got me one step closer to achieving the look I wanted. I then found the detachable collar from a site online. Like I said, I'll put that in the description for you guys, and actually putting it on the shirt was extremely easy. You just use the little collar studs there and it snaps right in there, and I think it looks awesome. It's actually quite comfortable, a lot more comfortable wearing than I actually thought it was going to be. Now for shoes, I got two options to show you here since we got two different suits here. For this suit that I'm wearing, the little bits of color here in the fabric I thought matched up perfectly with these killer brown shoes from a brand that I've used here in the past on the channel called Beckett Simonin. They make handmade small batch leather shoes, and I happen to just love them to death. This is the second pair of shoes from them I own. Actually, I'm planning on getting many more, but for this second suit, our Peaky Blinders suit, I went with boots because in the show I saw boots all the time. I was looking for it, I went back and looked, I saw boots everywhere, and I happen to own a pair of boots that I bought maybe 2-3 years ago. I bought them somewhere online. I can't really remember for the life of me where I bought them, but I thought that they fit the look really well. They had a bit of an old school rustic look to them, and they're actually really comfortable, so I thought they matched up perfectly. Next though, let's hit the pause button and talk about hair. This is the part that I had to kind of compromise with. If you want to go with something precise, there's various styles you can see in the show, and you know, using oil-based pomade like that if you want to be precise. Again, I found out the hard way that achieving these styles really depends on one's ability to pull it off. I wasn't one of those people. What I decided to do was my own variation of a classic style here, a nice clean cut high part using pomade, of course. You want to use pomade. I didn't use oil base here. What I used was the 5th Sample Styling Mask Pomade by Blumaan. I think it worked awesome. It turned out great. But like I said, hair does kind of become obsolete at this point because we do need to add in the most important piece, or one of the most important pieces anyway, the newsboy's cap. Now I didn't go all out and add a razor blade to this one. I'm not going to go to that level, but I did buy this off Amazon. Not too sure if I can fully pull it off, to be honest with you. I'm not, fully confident in how it looks on me, but I do enjoy the hat. I think it looks awesome, and it was fairly inexpensive, and it does make you feel awesome when you put it on. Now though, let's pull it all together. Here, starting with the pocket watch and of course the double Albert chain. I love it so much, and on the other end is a matchstick holder. And a fun fact about that matchstick... Hi, what are you doing? Daddy's filming. Come here. Come here. You wanna finish the video with me?
Okay.
All right, come here. You sit on my lap. We have a crasher. This is my son Finn. Hello. Say hi to everybody. Look right there. Say hi.
Don't know because I don't. My name's Finny because I don't know.
Oh, your name's Finny for people that don't know. Okay, cool. That works. Now, a fun fact about that matchstick case, I actually use it in every single video. I bought it from a guy in Birmingham, and he told me it was from 1928, so it's actually close to the time period that we're talking about today. And again, I feature it in every review video. You guys often mistake it for a lighter in the opening sequence of my reviews, but it's in fact a matchstick case, and adding it to the suit, I think, takes it to a whole new level. What do you think? You think it makes it look cool?
I do.
I do. Okay, cool. Oh yes, I think that new level has definitely been achieved. The same level, in fact, that makes you want to pull a full Shelby and pop out your vintage cigarette case, pop out a smoke, and actually I don't smoke. I think it's kind of gross, so we're gonna skip that. But we do have ourselves a very awesome style and the full Peaky Blinders look. Now, the only thing that I would usually add in here is a pocket square. When I was preparing for this video, I definitely had a pocket square, but somehow when I went to go film, it disappeared. I don't know. Do you know where it went?
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know either, but isn't that how it always goes? You have something, you have it ready, then you go to get it, and it's gone. It's just gone off to the land of the other sock. You know, who knows where it went, but it'll pop up eventually. But there we have it, an in-depth look at how I achieved the Peaky Blinders look. Thank you for that. I will, of course, link everything that I can link in the description for you guys to look at. The suits for sure. I will link each suit that I bought specifically for sure in the description. You know, they seem like a really great company from what I've seen. I've talked to them a little bit. They're very kind people, and in fact, actually, they offered you guys a 15% discount that will be in the description as well. That was very awesome of them to do that. They would make great Christmas presents. I'm going to see if maybe, what do you think? Maybe get one your size? Get you a nice little suit? What do you think?
I do.
You do? Okay. Just keep saying I do over and over again. It would make a great Christmas present for someone like this little guy, or even to yourself. I'm a big believer in getting yourself a present. Sometimes you just need to show yourself a little love, and what's better than a killer new suit, right? What's better than a killer new suit?
I do, because I don't know.
If you did like what you saw here, do us a favor and hit that like button and share this video with your friends. So many of you guys say this channel deserves more subscribers, and if all of you share the channel, that can obviously happen for sure. So make sure you share, and if you haven't subscribed, well, do they need to subscribe?
I do.
How about you just say yes this time?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, take it from him. You definitely need to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'll be back with you guys again here very soon. Until then, take it easy. We'll see you next time. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, look at that. We can say other things other than I do. Give him a big wave. Blow kiss. Oh, yes. Thank you so much.